Well, here we are again. It's like, I don't know, day 19 something in the hospital now. I have no idea. I've lost track. Uh, it's been a while. Doing good though. I think might be going home in the next day or so. I still got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of doctor's visits to go to. I got prosthesis. I can't even say the word. Got a leg, to get fitted for, and still got a lot of healing to do. Definitely not done healing, but the biggest thing was kind of getting the pain under control. I've been under such severe pain. I think I talked about that in the last video, but we've taken some of the pain meds away, so we're weaning off and trying to get back to normalcy, and which is good because you don't want to be on pain meds all the time. You want to use them when you need them and move on, and that's what they're there for. But in this case, like, they actually. I don't know how I would have, made it through. The pain was just so intense, but that's what they're there for, and they did the trick. So we're getting back to normalcy now, and leg looking good, feeling good. I'm still having that phantom pain. I got an itch like on my leg. I want to scratch. I can't get to it, and little things like that, toes, they still feel a little squished together, like kind of like if you put on a shoe, it's a little too small, your toes get pushed together. You walk around for a little while, and you just get that weird little feeling, and that's what it feels like all the time. It's pretty annoying, but from what I understand, that'll all go away. It just takes time. I've got some crutches, so I'm actually getting around. Walked down the hall by myself a little while ago. Got me some ice. You don't realize people take stuff like that for granted. Being able to just go get a glass of water. Or to be able to go to the bathroom, without, falling over on your face. You people do take that for granted. It's a beautiful thing when you're able to do those little tiny things for yourself, and you just don't think about it. You're so used to doing it every day. You think nothing's ever going to happen to you that's going to cause a situation where you can't, go to the refrigerator and grab a drink or whatever. You just don't think about that stuff, and people should, though. There's a lot of people in this world that they take things for granted. They take people in their lives for granted, and just these little things that happen. The way the wind blows across your face. Like, there are moments that are very enjoyable in life that often get overlooked, because there's bright, flashy lights, shining over there. There's a loud engine over there. It's just all these little things in nature get drowned out, and I think we all should slow down a little bit and kind of take a look around us and be thankful for what we have, because it really is a lot more beautiful and amazing than people realize. And it's a shame to me that people don't see that in it. And I'm one of them. I'm guilty of it myself. Like, I've looked down the barrel of a 45, so to speak, twice, and I've come to these conclusions. It's just one of those things. It's surreal, and I think we should all just take a moment, look around us, Be thankful for what we have, who we have, and if we don't have anybody, be thankful in the fact that if you keep, going down a path of being someone that's a good person, that you will find that person. You will. So you can be thankful for that. You don't have to have all these things to realize the beauty in them. You can see these things, let these things inspire you, and then you can make changes and go out there and kind of mold them into your world. Like the world is it's a big ball of clay. And you take a piece of this, a piece of that, and a piece of this, and you mold it all together, and you make it into your world. And you manifest what's in your mind. Let think positively, and let the positive thoughts out into the world. Let's take the negative thoughts. Let's maybe write them down on a piece of paper, and I don't know. Let's go burn them. Let's burn them. I mean, the only reason we keep doing these things, that people repeat these mistakes, these lies, these behaviors, is because of that negativity that they just keep bringing out into the world themselves. They keep putting it out there, and it's time to stop. Smell the roses, so to speak. And look for the beauty in the world, man. I mean, it's a great time to be alive. You turn off the TV. They're lying to you. I mean, left and right. This, get the vaccine. Don't get the vaccine. This political football that's being thrown back and forth. It's going to affect your life. So, whoever is behind wanting you to get something or not wanting you to get something, they make money doing it. The facts are this, is that vaccine, is it perfect? I doubt it. I mean, how could it be? Is anything perfect? Show me one thing that's perfect that doesn't have a side effect for one person. You're going to sit there and say, well, this could save millions of people's lives. Oh, but there's a handful of people that, had bad reactions, so let's just cancel the whole thing. I mean, there's always going to be side effects, and the side effects are tragic. Anybody who dies from something, it's a tragedy. But, we want people to live. At least I do. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I would imagine that you do want people to live. And so, the benefits, in my mind, they outweigh the negative things that could happen. The small little, the cases. And yeah, look, if you are a family and you're affected by one of those, 0.0001% chance of individuals who might have a reaction to a COVID vaccine. I mean, look, that's a big deal for you. That's it's going to be a big deal for your family. In my case, I lost my leg. Like around here, I can show you. I mean, that's due to COVID. It's a respiratory illness, right? But it took my leg, and because I formed a blood clot, and it wasn't like the medical professionals didn't know that was a possibility, because every day I was in the hospital, I got shots in my stomach that were blood thinners. That they knew about it. It's just that COVID didn't care. I mean, my body, and I only assume this, I'm not a medical professional, but my body obviously did not respond to the blood thinner, or maybe it was responding, but the COVID was just so active it thickened my blood so much, it just, the blood thinner couldn't keep up, you know? I mean, I don't know, but at the end of the day, that, you know, that's what happened, is I developed blood clot. Several, in fact, and it's you know, it's kind of hard for me to read the reports. You know, I have a copy of all the reports, and it's just, I don't understand all the terminology. But from what it looks like to me, you know, yeah, I developed multiple blood clots in my foot. You know, I had good flow, like, you know, halfway down my ankle, and it kind of started to, you know, not be as good. You got down to the toes, and it was just virtually non-existent. I mean, they basically couldn't find a pulse. So, you know, I was getting blood flow out, but there was nothing with oxygen going in. And I mean, you know, your body can't survive like that very long. So, you know, all this intense pain I was feeling, it was, my foot was, you know, it was dying. I believe I've already said that, you know, in another video. And I can't lie to you. It feels better now. It feels better gone, you know. And here's the thing. I was talking to my kid earlier, you know, and like I told him, hey, you know, Daddy might be coming home tomorrow. Or maybe the next day, you know. Don't want to get his hopes up too much, just in case. We'll see how it goes tonight. And oh, he was so excited. And you know, the thing is, you know, I had a chance, you know, like do I get to see my kid again, or do I lose a leg? I mean, what do you think I'm gonna choose? I mean, you can take that damn leg. I'm gonna see my kid again. So I don't know. Just think about your family. You know, you stop with all the bull. You know, vaccine this, Bill Gates this, RFID chip in the vaccine that's gonna, you know, activate the death ray, or whatever the hell's being said these days. You know, I mean, it's not these doctors. The ones that I've been working with, the ones that have saved my life twice in the past month, they're not trying to hurt anybody. And they're not going to be giving medicine to people that, you know, they think would hurt them. They're not doing that. They're saving people's lives. They come here, and every day they put on that gear. You know, when I was on the COVID floor, and they come in there and they take care of you the best they can. You know, and they give you medicine. They take tests. They monitor your levels. I mean, they do all the things that a medical professional would do. And now you're going to try to convince me that they're, you know, that they're out there trying to hurt people. You know, there's some big conspiracy, like, oh, so the pharmaceutical companies just aren't telling the doctors. Well, you know, the doctors will see the results of the treatments that they give the patients. They see the results on the floor. And if they see enough of one thing, they're either going to, you know, put an X by it, or they're going to put a check mark by it, like, this is good, this is bad. And that's how all the information gets, you know, learned. That's how they're learning as they go. And I can tell you this, I researched my reports that would come in, because, you know, the hospital I was at, I always get, you know, my charts, and, you know, and I had my laptop with me, you know, and I would look up, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? And I learned that the stuff on the internet, it's so out of date. You know, like, I really couldn't find any kind of information that really was relevant to what they were doing to me now. I mean, it was 6 months, 7 months, 8 months old. You know, I would research one medicine that they used, and I would find something 10 months ago said it didn't work. You know, it's like, well, they're using it a lot here, and it might not work on everyone. Not everybody responds to it. I responded to it. You know, so, I mean, it's just like, you know, who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe these people on Facebook? Are you going to believe these talking heads in the media? Are you going to believe boots on the ground, people who are actually like fighting the war? Are you going to believe them? So I've learned more about Corona in the past 3 weeks than I'm sure most people have in the last year and a half watching the mainstream media just regurgitate the same information, the same fights over and over again. So, so just get the vaccine. It's not going to kill you. And I mean, if it did kill you, if you got COVID, you're probably going to die anyway. COVID isn't a joke. I almost died twice. I am healthy. I'm not overweight. I don't have any health problems. I've never been in the hospital. Yeah, okay, I vaped. I did. And I've quit vaping. And that probably put me at a slight disadvantage when it came to the resiliency of my lungs to fight off pneumonia. I mean, I'm sure it affected them somewhat, but the point is who are you going to listen to? There's a lot of misinformation out there, and this is life or death, and it doesn't care how well you think you're hiding out in your house or whatever. I'm not going to get it. It doesn't care. And especially this Delta strain, it's very contagious. And the hospitals are filling back up. I'm in one of them. When I first came here, it was like 200 cases. And I think that's by the day or every couple of days they report, it was 200 cases. The other day I checked, it was over 3,000. So, I mean, you got to make your own decision. But, if listen to someone who's had their leg, look, behind you, leg amputated. If you have not had the vaccine and you haven't had COVID, then go get it. And from what my doctors told me, if you have had COVID, you need to wait 3 months before you go get it. But all you have to do is go ask a doctor about it, and they'll tell you how to take it. And I think it's worth it. I think you should do it. And it's coming from someone who was skeptical of the vaccine, and I'm sure there's going to be some of my friends that are going to hear me say this and probably be like, oh man, really, Bryan? And I just got one thing to say to you, okay? One thing to say to you. So get the vaccine, all right? Think about your family, and let's beat this once and for all, okay? Now, thanks, and I hope everyone has a great night. I appreciate you listening. Everyone who's donated to try to help me with all these expenses that, I mean, it is very expensive to get COVID, okay? It's really cheap to get the vaccine. I've got all kinds of expenses coming in, luckily, I do have insurance, which will kick in, but there are co-pays and out-of-pocket limits and all kinds of other things that just aren't covered. It's through the roof, and at the end of the day, who cares? We'll get it taken care of. I'm just happy I'm here. I'd rather be fighting a battle of bills with my family than them having to put me 6 feet under. So think about your family. And I love all y'all, people I don't know, people I know, people in general. I love all y'all, for whatever religion you are, God bless you, happy Hanukkah, all of that, okay? Just peace and love. How about that? All right? I hope everyone has a great night. Goodbye.